Nose ahead bottom, doing the same. Still all there.
Coleman Presley, he is from a great racing family, the Presley family, unbelievable racers in North Carolina. He and Joey Logano have known each other, been friends forever, and that is a language they speak to and of themselves. You know, they have trained themselves and know what all those words mean. They have watched hours and hours and hours of tape to come up with those phrases so that Joey Logano knows what's going on behind him, not just what's in front. Because Joey, knowing that, he can start playing defense. He knows what lane to be in. He knows what's coming from behind without even having to look. That is complete trust, but it's also training. It almost sounds like a play coming from the sideline to a quarterback.
Yeah, shorthand for sure. The pushers are getting big.
That was close with Eric Jones. Really close. And again, the 22 of Joey Logano coming good at the right end of the season. The drive last weekend in Richmond from the back to fourth was brilliant. It was really methodical. The three-time and reigning Cup Series champion leads with 27 laps to go. This is going to be a thrilling end. And how about Eric Jones? Does the famous 43 have a chance? And Haley, look at Justin Haley in the Gamebridge 7 for Spire Motorsports and Ty Gibbs. There are drivers everywhere in this front of this pack who need to win to get in.
And look at all the ground the 19 cars lost, 17 of Busher. He lost a few, but he was able to recover. But they had an issue getting into turn 3. Watch this. 43 to the quarter panel, the 17 drags him back. The 19, I don't know if he's being pushed by the 5 car a little bit. He had to get out of the gas, and look at all the momentum he loses.
That's what it looked like. Looked like he had to check up for the 17. Here's what happened to the 78. It's caught by the 34, and as I mentioned, really hard hit to the outside fence. Was able to keep going straight.
Let's talk more about Chris Buescher with Kim Kuhn. Kimmy?
Yeah, RFK trying to put
in the top 6 on the bottom lane, 54, the Monster Toyota Camry. What can the youngster do tonight? Imagine that. Imagine if he repeated what your son did last year, gets his first Cup win and races his way into the playoffs.
The pushes are getting more aggressive. 18 to go. How do you get from 10th, 12th, 14th to the front? If you're Buescher, how do you push Logano to the front? You have to be aggressive. It's the only way you can make it work.
This has been a wonderfully positive night for Legacy Motor Club. Earlier for John Hunter Nemechek, pretty much for the whole night long for Eric Jones, as he leads yet another lap. Talk more about Jones. Here's Kim.
Yeah, we've talked at length this season just about how Legacy Motor Club is trying to chip away at their program, slowly making gains, starting to see that. But most recently, Eric Jones has just not had the finishes they wanted. Finished 25th or worse in 5 of the last 7 races. Talk with the team, they said a win here would totally change the complexion of the second half of the season for him. Remember, Jones won here in 2018.
The King, he's carrying the King's colours. The King, Richard Petty, had 74 Cup races here. He won 10 times, and of course, an amazing 7-time Daytona 500 winner. He won 3 of these summer races. Imagine if Eric could do it in those colours.
Yeah, that would make it even more special.
Look at Logano. Look how aggressive he got. A little bit of a side draft. Right to the quarter panel, the 43 car, then he turned left and got away from him to get that air clean back up and get a push from the 17 of Buescher.
Let's remember, William Byron won the Daytona 500, but he took the white flag outside the top 5. And a lot happened in this last lap, so I know, as we see A.J. Allmendinger with an issue, he's riding around on the flat of the racetrack, Parker.
Right, he's got a misfire in that engine. He just came on the radio and said it quit, so he's cruising back to pit road.
surface, but right there on the apron.
What a shame on such a special day for Core League Racing, Jeff, announcing their association with Ram coming into trucks next year.
Yeah, it's a big move for Core League Racing, and also a big move for racing in general to have Ram coming back into the truck series. That's going to be fun.
The lap cars, that make it interesting.